On the side of our screen, you can't fight the numbers, but it's getting kind of what you're listening to now from contact.
Oh, is it recording now?
Well, Jim, as you mentioned, it was just 2 weeks ago that the president was saying that
Hi.
the total of
Hi, BookTube. It's
between 50 and 60,000. And actually, last week, the president was saying that the death but as
death toll.
The United States.
I don't know if I'm going to do this live or. My camera seems not to be working on my phone to cut into my editing system, which is KineMaster. But I wanted to talk about 3 books, particularly The Passion According to G.H., and then a little bit about Bleeding Edge, and finally Notes of a Native Son, last but not least, some James Baldwin. So, like I said, my phone isn't working. Please excuse, there won't be any edits here. No fancy sound effects or anything, save for what comes in from my open window. So let me start with The Passion According to G.H. Make no mistake, it's The Passion According to Christ and her epiphany over this roach. And I've already read this book with Noah and Roz, and so got a chance to get there back and forth. I happen to have read this book on 3 different occasions. Look how messed up this book is. The water damage, and I carried it around with me. And I read part of it in a hospital setting. I read about half of it. So these pink notations are on here. I'll remember specifically page 63, because that's the year I was born in, but it's not heavily annotated, but, well, you know, I take that back with me. I like to annotate my books, you know, so. Her repetition of phrases, I have, she gets heavily into the Bible and sin. The renewedly original sin is this: I must fulfill my law of which I am unaware, and if I don't fulfill my ignorance, I shall be originally sinning against my life. Now that's one sentence out of this small, not small, but thin book. Where to start? Maybe a funny thing, I would have added this in editing, but after reading this for a few days, I guess on my second part, I began to see roaches everywhere. Not live roaches, but like advertisements for restaurants. One was a faux restaurant, Crawdad restaurant. They had a picture of a crawdad. Or, you know, I finally got a chance to watch some TV and news, and the advertisements, you see a flea or something. Where to begin with this book? I mean, out of the 3 of us, Roz, Noah, and myself, we were all like kind of centered on different information in this book. And she's really picky about the information she lays out. Noah did a good job of explaining how she's a rich woman in a high-rise in Rio de Janeiro. Roz hasn't done her video yet, but this guy in one of those Omnis. But she mentioned to me about the pregnancy, and this is a single woman, and she does use, as Lispector will do, the royal you where she's talking up to you, but she's also talking about a man in this case. And it's a definite reread. I know I'm talking around the book because it's hard to talk about. There's so much in this book. What did we talk about? Did we talk about the biblical references? Did we talk about her pregnancy and abortion that might have happened, or she wished it would have happened, or just being a woman? And make, like I said, make no mistake, she compares her passion in relating to this roach on a humanistic level, on a cosmic level, as like a being alive. Just what animates a roach? Is it the same spirit that animates me? I guess the spoiler in here would be, spoiler alert, I don't think she eats the roach, but she tastes of the white pus of the roach and has an epiphany there. I feel like I'm babbling, but that's what it's like to read a Clarice Lispector novel. I'm not doing it justice. I'll have to. I might do another video on this, but maybe Noah will do a video response to this, or if I'm making any sense at all. Now, I'll just briefly mention James Baldwin. I'm doing a buddy read with a woman named Patrice Jones, not a creator, but a participator on Voxer and a commenter on BookTube. So this will be my third. This is a collection of essays. But my third read of James Baldwin. I read and reviewed Beale Street Could Talk, and I read and reviewed Another Country. So this will be my third one. So, hi Patrice, if you're watching. This is going to be a buddy read with Lillian. I forgot your last name, but another great commenter. Everybody knows Lillian. No one's seen a picture of Lillian in the last 3 decades, but and with Todd the Librarian. Hey Todd. So we're doing this now. People who followed my channel know I have a penchant for Pynchon. So I've read most of his novels now, and the last few I've read along with audio, and I will do the same with this. It's coming up in May 6th on my Libby app. About the only book I haven't read with audio along with text of Pynchon is Gravity's Rainbow, but I read that for the second time last year along with a book chemist. So looking forward to that. To this. This is supposed to be like pretty well like an end to Pynchon, so for me it shouldn't be very hard. And I hope Todd enjoys this first Pynchon, and Lillian as well. So let me just get into the, where am I at? Like 8 minutes. So Portland's pretty cool as far as getting back to normal, the new normal. I was really surprised how, I was really scared when I left Georgia on April 8th. And just to come out here with no plan, homeless, street homeless, meaning with a blanket in a, in a doorway. Some nights, not every night, but pretty hard. I mean, I have to give myself a pat on the back for living through it. But it's been hard to read as far as BookTube. I want to thank some of my friends. I hate to start because I don't want to forget anybody, but Celia, Madeline, Roz, Brian at Bookish, Una, and Crypto, they're great. Noah, of course, a new friend Noah. Did I say Celia? Like old friends really means a lot. And I mean, I've been online for a while, since the 80s, but it's good to make good close friends who kind of care about you. Jason in Ireland, Amy, Ottawa. See, I'm going to leave some people out. Probably people I talk to every day. But anyway, I want to see if this posts, so sorry about the no editing and no sound effects or anything, but hey, peace out. Peace out.